Good evening, everyone. I'm Charles Knevitt, Director of the RIBA Trust, otherwise known as the provisional wing of the RIBA. I hope you all enjoyed your visit to the crypt, those of you who managed to make it there. Some of you for the first time. I know several of you have been there several times. I had the opportunity to take my 14-year-old son to see the exhibition at half-term. And afterwards I said to him, "So Tom, what do you think of the exhibition?" He said, "Dad, it was fantastic. It was absolutely terrific." I said, "Great." I said, "What was your favourite bit?" He said, The models. I said, "Which one in particular?" He said, "That skyscraper for Algiers that never got built." So I thought, this is really looking promising. So I said, "So Tom, what do you want to be when you grow up?" He said, "A policeman." Anyway, hopefully you've all made the right choice, one in coming from the worlds of architecture and urbanism and planning, and we're all urbanists now, of course. The exhibition opened on the 2nd of October to the public. Then we had the Sterling Prize for Architecture here in the new arena on the 11th of October, and of course live on Channel 4. We've also had a series of talks here, including Balkrishna Doshi, Adrian Forty, Alan Powers, Raina Murray, and just a couple of weeks ago, Peter Eisenman. This is really the final main event in Liverpool until the exhibition closes on the 18th of January. There's still an opportunity to see it. And then we pack it all up in its cases and ship it down to London, where it reopens at the Barbican Art Gallery on the 19th of February. And we have an even bigger programme of events there, and I'm delighted that we have Christine with us tonight from the Barbican somewhere. Thank you. So what do we have lined up in London? Well, we have a number of contributors to the Le Corbusier catalogue, which some of you will have purchased, including Jean-Louis Cohen and Beatrice Colomina. We have Sir Peter Cook, William Curtis, who recently spoke at the inaugural World Architecture Festival in Barcelona, which was organised by Paul Finch, our chairman for this evening. We have Sunam Prasad, president of the RIBA, who is just about to embark on a revisit to Chandigarh in India. So he's going to be reporting on Chandigarh Revisited when he comes back in March. We have Tony Fretton, Charles Jenks, Rem Koolhaus, Will Alsop, Renzo Piano, Valerio Olgiati, Peter Zumthor, Ricky Burdett, and Farshid Musavi. We also have a concert of music by Xenakis. Now, some of you will know that Xenakis was an architect in Corb Studio. He actually designed the Phillips Pavilion. But when he asked his boss for some credit for his work and separate accreditation, he did what all powerful bosses do. Corb drafted a letter dismissing him, but he never had the heart to deliver it. Instead, he just changed the locks on the front door so Xenakis couldn't get into work, and he went off and wrote music instead. At the RIBA at 66 Portland Place, we'll be having a 1-to-1 scale replica of Le Corbusier's Cabanon from the south of France, plus an exhibition of Cassina Corbusian furniture manufactured under license. Meanwhile, some of you will also have visited the Corb Stadium exhibition at the V&A. That continues there until the 29th of March. And we'll also be continuing our education programme, which has kicked off here in Liverpool. We'll be continuing that in London and also at the RIBA. So if there's anybody who's not already Corbed out, there's just a few months, another 6 months still to run, and we expect you all to be experts by the end of it. Now, I just want to say a few final words of thanks, and that's it from me. First of all, to the Calouste Gulbenkian Foundation and Paula Ridley, who's here this evening, who, as director, she's recently stood down from that position. As director of the foundation, she supported both the Corb exhibition coming to Liverpool and indeed this symposium. So many thanks to her. To some of our main sponsors, Liverpool 08, Capital of Culture, Northwest Development Agency, and the European Commission. To our partners at Liverpool John Moores University for the series of talks this evening, and to RIDA, who have sponsored the whole series of talks both in Liverpool and London. Finally, on home ground, to my colleagues Graham Russell, who was the curator of the exhibition here in Liverpool and is helping out in London, and Rachel Borchard, who's also been intimately involved. Thank you all for coming. I'd now like to hand over to our chairman, Paul Finch, Hotfoot from the Design Academy. Very nice to see you at the Adelphi Hotel, Paul. Glad you could join us. Thanks.